Okay, so we stopped here last week. Newspaper format. The name of the newspaper appears on the top of the page, and as you can see here. The name of the newspaper. The headlines tell you what the article or articles are about. So this is one article. The name of the writer appears below the headline. This is the headline, and this is the writer's name. So, what is this article about? Let's listen.
The Springdale News. Fewer road accidents with new.
For some reason, my presentation. Okay, let's try this again.
Traffic Circle by Lee Mark. January 5th, 2020, 9 a.m. The traffic circle in Springdale is a success. In December of 2018, the town built a traffic circle at the intersection of Lincoln Street and Pine Avenue. Before that, there were stop signs at each corner. In 2018, there were 12 road accidents. In 2019, there were only 2. Robert McPhee is a driving instructor in Springdale. He is not surprised. In the past, the drivers didn't always see the stop sign. They continued driving, and sometimes they hit other cars. Now, drivers see the traffic circle in front of them and slow down. Maria Ortiz lives near the traffic circle. 2 years ago, I saw an accident at the intersection. A driver didn't stop at the stop sign and hit a pedestrian, she said. That can't happen today. The traffic circle made the intersection safer. Traffic circles also create less pollution. When cars stop at intersections, there's a lot of pollution in the air, says McPhee. Where there's a traffic circle, the cars don't stop. Traffic circles aren't a good solution in places with heavy traffic, like on highways. But on smaller roads in residential areas, they are a great way to keep drivers and pedestrians safe. And they keep the air cleaner too. The town of Springdale plans to build 2 more traffic circles next year.
Right. Now I want you to take 2 minutes, okay, to read the article. Okay, read it to yourself. And then we are going to answer these questions. Okay?
Okay. Farewell road accident. Right. New traffic circle.
What is the name of the newspaper? This is number 1. The first question. What is the name of the newspaper?
The Spring New.
Okay. What is the headline?
Farewell road accident with new traffic circle.
Fewer. This word is fewer. That means less. More, less. A lot, few. Okay, so few means little or less. Okay,
Okay.
fewer road accidents with new traffic circle. Who wrote the article?
5 January.
No, who? What's the name of the writer?
Limar.
Good. Okay, and on what date did the newspaper post the article on the website?
January 5, 2020.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. The Springdale News. The headline is Fewer Road Accidents with New Traffic Circle. The writer is Lee Mark, and it was published or posted on the website on January 5, 2020. Good. Now, more questions about this article. Time expressions. The time expressions in newspaper articles, such as in December in 2019 or before, that help you understand when events happened and how they are connected. So, in every article, writers tend to put time expressions and dates. They use these dates and time expressions to tell us when the events happened. Okay, on what date, on what time? Could be in the past, or could be something will happen in the future. Okay, like there will be a festival on December 21st. Okay, in downtown square, right? So time expressions and dates are very important in every article to help us understand the timeline of these articles and events. So we're going to read lines 4 to 14. Here's line 4 and here's line 14. And we are going to answer these questions. So again, take a minute to read the lines to yourself from here, from line 4 to line 14. Yeah, take a minute to read the lines from here to here. Take a minute to read it to yourself, okay? Before we answer the questions.
694.
When did Springdale build a traffic circle?
In December of 1980, 1989.
December of 2018?
Yes.
Okay. What was at each corner before they built it? What was at each corner before they built it? Before they built the traffic circle? What was at each corner?
In 1989.
No. What was, read the question, what was at each corner before they built it? And by it here they mean the traffic circle. So what was there at each corner before they built the traffic circle? Before they built the traffic circle, there was something at each corner of the street. What was there?
In 1988.
No.
No. Before that, we stopped seeing at the edge corner.
Very good. There was stop signs at each corner. Okay. Now, how many accidents were there in 2018? How many accidents? How many accidents were there in 2018?
92.
No. How many accidents were there in 2018? Read line 8 and 9. Read here. What does it say?
Take.
In 2018,
Yes.
come on, read. I want to hear you reading. In 2018,
Yes.
yeah, read it. I want
Yes.
read. What does it say? In 2018, there read it for me.
There were
Uh-huh.
22.
No, this is 12.
No, 12
Good.
truck accidents.
Good. In 2018, there were 12 road accidents. The question here is how many accidents were there in 2018? And the answer is 12 road accidents. Good. Now, how many accidents were there in 2019?
Only two.
Only two. Very good. All right. Now, based on line 5 to 14, from here, this line to this line, why does the writer think the traffic circle is a success? Why does the writer think the traffic circle is a success?
The drivers think always see the stop sign.
Drivers see traffic circle in front of them and slow down. Okay, that means the traffic circle is a success because drivers pay more attention when they see the circle, so they slow down, because before that maybe they did not see the stop sign and they just continued, and then happens the accidents. But because of the traffic circle, drivers started to slow down, okay,
Yes.
and pay more attention, so that reduced the accidents. Good. Do you have questions so far?
No.
No questions. The questions in newspaper articles tell us what people said about the topic of the article. Quotations appear in quotation marks. Okay? You see, sometimes when people do this, okay, those are quotations. These are the quotation mark. Okay, this one and this one. In newspapers and articles, the writers use quotations. That means someone else, not the writer, someone else said this line. So we put them in quotation marks, okay, to make them different or separate from uh, what we say or what we think. Okay, so if you look here for as example, Robert McPhee is a driving instructor in Springdale. He is not surprised. We have quotation marks here. That means this person, Robert McPhee, is saying in the past the drivers didn't always see the stop sign. They continued driving and sometimes they hit other cars. Now, drivers see the traffic circle in front of them and slow down. End of quotation. Okay? So we use those marks when we have a line said by someone that is not the writer. Okay? Now read the entire article, and we need to choose two correct answers for each question. For number one, why did the newspaper quote Robert McPhee? Why the newspaper quote Robert McPhee. We need to choose two correct answers for this question.
He is a driver instructor.
Okay. He is a driving instructor, and what else? One more answer. He had an accident at the intersection, or he is an expert in roads and accidents. Which one? B or C?
He had an accident in the intersection.
Okay. Number two, what information do we learn from him? What information do we learn from him? It is easier for drivers to see traffic circles and slow down. There is less pollution with traffic circles than with intersection. Traffic circles create more pollution. We need two answers. Two answers.
It is easy for drivers to see traffic circles and slow down.
Okay, one more question, one more answer.
Traffic circle create more pollution.
Okay. Do you know what pollution is? What does this word mean? Pollution. What is it?
Accident.
No. Pollution means make the air not clean. Not only the air, sometimes maybe the water also. Not clean. It has bad smell, gas,
Gas.
can't breathe. Not good, not healthy. Okay? So traffic circles create more pollution?
No.
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 Is it B? There is less pollution?
Yes.
Okay. Third question. Why did the newspaper quote Maria Ortiz?
She lives near the traffic circle.
She lives near the traffic circle. Okay. One more.
She saw an accident at the intersection.
She saw an accident at the intersection. Okay, last question. What information do we learn from her? What information do we learn from her? What information do we learn from Maria Ortiz? The intersection
The
was.
traffic,
Hmm?
the traffic signal made the intersection safer.
Okay. One more.
Before there was a traffic signal, a pedestrian crossed the
Hurt. Yes. Before there was a traffic circle, a pedestrian got hurt there. Good. We have one mistake here. Why did the newspaper quote Robert McPhee? Because he's a driving instructor and he is an expert on roads and road accidents.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Expert means know a lot of information or have a lot of information. Okay. What is the problem when cars stop at stop sign? Can you answer this question? Read the article. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes to read the article, and then we're going to answer these questions, okay?
Okay.
What is the problem when cars stop at stop signs? Excuse me.
When there's a traffic signal, the cars don't not stop. The cars don't not stop.
What is the problem when cars stop at traffic circles? There is a lot of pollution when cars stop. Okay? What is the problem when cars stop at stop signs? The answer is there is a lot of pollution when cars stop because when the car stop, the engine is still running, so it's still burning gas and it's proceeding carbon to the air. Okay, so and carbon is poisonous. We can't breathe that in because that will harm our lungs and it's not healthy and it may cause a lot of health problems. And if you keep breathing that, you might die because of it. So our answer is here. When cars stop at intersections, there is a lot of pollution in the air. Okay?
Okay.
Now, why don't cities build traffic circles where there are highways? Why don't cities build traffic circles where there are highways?
The Traffic circles are create less pollution.
No. Why don't we see traffic circles on highways? Why don't cities build traffic circles where are there highways? Have you been okay? Have you been to Nashville? Did you go to Nashville?
What?
Did you go to Nashville, Tennessee?
No.
No.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. So the road between Bowling Green and Nashville is called highway. Okay. And on highway, cars travel on a very high speed. The speed limit is 70 miles per hour. Some drivers go way over that. Some drivers drive like 80 miles per hour or 85. Okay, so it's very speedy, right? So the question we have here is why don't cities build traffic circles where there are highways? On highways, you always see bridges, right? So if you want to go back, you have to find an exit, okay, and turn around and go over the bridge and turn around again and go back on the highway. Traffic circles are
Traffic circles. I don't know a good solution in the place with
Mhm.
heavy traffic.
Yeah, so it's not good. It may cause a lot of accidents, okay, because there is a lot of traffic on highway and people travel very fast. Good. What does Springdale plan to do and why? What does Springdale plan to do and why?
The the dawn of spring plans to the point two more traffic circles new year.
Good. The town of Springdale plans to build two more traffic circles next year because the traffic circle they build is a success. Very good. Now, the last question, why are traffic circles a good solution for pedestrian residential areas? I'm sorry. Why are traffic circles a good solution for residential areas?
In the place with heavy traffic like on highway.
Mm, the answer is right here. Residential area means it's like the roads between houses or buildings or residential buildings like apartment building. Okay, so having traffic circles in those areas, okay, is very good idea because drivers can see the traffic circle in front of them and then they will have to slow their speed down. Okay? On similar roads in residential areas, they are a great way to keep drivers and pedestrians safe. So both of them, the drivers and the pedestrians, will be safe. Okay? Do you have a
Okay.
question?
No.
Okay. Expressions with keep. Expressions with keep. The verb keep is often followed by a direct object and an adjective. Keep, the verb keep is always or often followed by direct object and an adjective. For example, traffic circles help keep people safe. They also help keep the air cleaner. Okay? People is an object, direct object. Safe is an adjective. The air is an object, direct object. Cleaner is an adjective. Again, the verb keep often followed that means something comes after it, okay, by direct object and an adjective. We have two good examples here. Traffic circles help keep, this is the verb. People, this is a direct object. Safe, this is an adjective. They also help keep the air cleaner. Now on this one, we need to match these sentences, okay, with keep. This will be your homework. Log into your Burlington English app, go to courses, and select away from school, and choose this one, High Beginners. Go to student lessons, and then choose number 3. Do number 1, 2. Remember, every time you answer your questions, click on check. Okay? If you have made mistakes, if you want to correct yourself, you can click on reset to start over. So do number 1, 2, 3. On number 3, if you click on these play buttons, you will hear the word
Intersection. Intersection.
okay. Try to say it. Try to repeat this word, and then click on this red, this little microphone, and it will blink red. Okay. When it blinks red, that means it's ready for you to record your voice, and say the word again. Say it one time. Don't say it twice or 3 times. No, say one time to record it, and when you finish, you click on check. Okay. On this one, you just drag and drop the correct answer under the pictures. Number 5 is yes and no questions. Okay. And do number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9. Don't do 10 and 11 yet. Okay. Just do from number 1 to number 9. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming today, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.